Okay, these are coming out like butter. See, I use that rubbing compound. Don't even have to try hard, and they just come right on out. So we're gonna take all these out and see how well my bond held. Okay, kind of want to show you the color difference. See how much more dark that is. Like I said, I still got to color sand it down, but no big deal. And buff it and everything. So it's a little, I mean, just by me looking at it, it's just darker than the one I have. So I don't know if I can kind of catch it, but you can tell it's a little bit darker. Like I said, I got to color sand it. That's it. They said let it sit for 14 days before you even color sand. So anyway, kind of give you an idea. Yeah, it's not as shiny yet, but that's what we're waiting on there. Okay, got all these little screws out, and so now I'm going to take my DA and go along here and get both sides down towards fiberglass, and then that way I can run my fiberglass resin over the top and get that nice and secure all the way down. And then these I could just put in the Bondo glass in these holes, so no big deal there. But I need to sand them down too, get a little rough. That way it has something to what are they called? Adhere to. So, yep. So I kind of want to finish the outside of that, get that little fiberglassed up and everything, and then I'll come back and work over on this side. This one's going to take, like I said, a lot more finessing. So, but once that's all on there and I have a nice good fit, one thing I'm going to wait for is I need to see what I need to do with this bottom piece here, because if I get new tires and rims and tires, or wheels and tires, you know, I got to make sure that there's no rubbing on any of these insides. So I'd hate to get it all done, paint it, you know, and then get new tires and then the tires rub. So yeah, but that's a little bit later down the road. I'm trying to get this done first, because I know the tires I want to go with. I want to go with the 18 inch. See, I want to try and do either 315s or even a little bit bigger if I can up front. 315 30 by 18 for the tire. So this is already a 10-inch rim. So yeah, so I think I could be able to fit a 315. I'm still gonna, you know, measure it all out and everything like that, but yeah, to make sure, get my offset and all that other stuff in there. But for now, it's on there. I can fiberglass it up, take the tire off, fiberglass the inside, and I'll worry about where it's hitting on the inside. It's not, then I'll worry about the fitment. With these panels, it's just because the way this is set up, see, you have to follow that line. So it doesn't really matter how it's going to be set up anyway. And you know, for the tire, I mean, because some, they just come with this piece, you know, and then you mold it on. I've seen where it's the whole, you know, whole fender, and it goes up to like right here, but it's like the whole side fender. So this is the reason I went with this particular type of fender, was because of I knew I could follow that line better than say a whole piece, or just even a piece right here, because this would be my guide. So, you know, it is what it is. So let me see if I can come back a little bit. Yep, Only thing I'm concerned on is, like I said, right in here a little bit. So, but with, and I did the measurements. I went to a tire size thing, and it gives me, if I go with the 18-inch tires instead of these ones, they're a little more low pro, so they come down about an actual almost inch. And then that way they'll be able to turn in and out real nice. Plus that way, once I get those in, I'll be able to lower the car too. So anyway, all right, I'll get to sanding up along here, and then we'll see if we can fiberglass things in. I want to get that panel, this panel, in place before I go too far. Messing with the, like I said, the wheel tire size and all that other stuff. So, and I know most people, they buy the tires first and then they fit them that way. But like I said, these are, it has this edge here anyway, so I have to follow it anyway. It doesn't matter. So, but yeah, it's nice and straight. I just gotta take off a little bit of the edge here with the sander. Okay, now just to get the initial roughness with the DA. Now you can kind of see how real smooth it is there. All right, so from now, I kind of got where my lines want to be right there. Now I'm just going to take a hand sander and go with the hand sanding. Got all the real high spots. And then from there, that way I can blend in the fiberglass resin much better. Okay, so remember, you don't want to go too deep, but just enough to where it's kind of flush, and then go by using hand. So you got to be real careful along these edges. So see, when I build this up right here, I'm gonna have to bring up that line. You want to be careful right through there. So I'm gonna have to, when I sand, I'm gonna have to get that line. So you want to go back and forth on that. All right, gonna go by hand now. All right, got the outside all fiberglassed up. It's really close, so I only need just like one strip basically going across the top. I took a few more strips along the side here because I'm going to have to do more sanding and leveling. So I want that a little bit thicker through there. And then I just use the Bondo glass, or glass Bondo, or whatever it is, with the fiberglass in there. Just to get those holes filled in there. Once that all dries, then I can sand it down to smooth and get it all to where I need to be. And I still gotta, I'm just waiting on these to, you know, to dry before I can get those, but a little bit of Bondo there, no big deal. So yeah, and I brought it up a little bit there with my fiberglass resin and a few pads, because that's where it was low right there. So hopefully that'll get straightened out, but if not, then I can always use the bond glass in that corner. So anyway, yeah, that'll get her done. I'm gonna go eat, and if I have enough energy, I'll go back on that side. But it's, you know, I work and everything, so it's not like I could just come out here every day, you know, and work on it. So, oh, and I did clean up these edges along here, so sanded those down. So when I'm ready to put those lips on, the inner lip, that'll be ready. Yep. And then I have my spoiler coming too. So once these are glassed on, and then that one side's on, then my front spoiler, I'll graft it on and see what we need to do there. Okay.